I expect things to be just at a macroeconomic level difficult for at least the next 12 months.
Musk also claimed that jobs would be optional and more like a hobby, leaving people emotionally unhappy.
The U.S. southern border wall, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to illegally enter into the United States. The borders, well, they are wide open.
107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens.
Elon Musk has just reacted to a tweet that could change everything you thought you knew about the job market. A single word, wow, was enough to send shockwaves through the internet. But why? What did he see that the rest of us missed?
You know, if there's like mass panic in the stock market, then you've got to really be careful about margin debt. So, but I mean, this is just, as we know, the economy is cyclic. So, and we're somewhat overdue for a recession.
Take a look at this tweet from Geiger Capital. It claims that in a single month, 1 million immigrants gained employment, while native-born Americans, just 8,000. A typo? A mistake? Nope. This data comes straight from official U.S. labor statistics. And if you think this is just an anomaly, think again.
We're back with some breaking economic data.
The employment report is out, and the U.S. economy added 143,000 jobs in January, less than expected. The unemployment rate, though, came in at 4%.
Here to discuss, NBC News business and data correspondent Brian Chung and Investopedia editor-in-chief Caleb Silver, our economic dream team.
Elon Musk has been warning for years about economic instability, automation, and the looming impact of mass migration on the workforce. But this might be his most alarming signal yet. Let's break this down.
I expect things to be just at a macroeconomic level difficult for at least the next 12 months. Tesla will get through it and we'll do well, and I think we'll see a lot of companies actually go bankrupt.
According to official labor statistics, in just 1 month, immigrants took 1 million jobs. Yes, you heard that right. And for native-born Americans, a shockingly low 8,000. That means for every single American who found a job, 125 immigrants did. But let's go deeper. What kind of jobs are we talking about? Which industries saw this massive shift? It turns out, these jobs weren't just low-skill labor roles. A significant number were in white-collar sectors, meaning even higher-educated workers weren't safe from the shift.
Well, I think that there's two surveys. There's the unemployment rate, then there's the establishment data, which is jobs created. And the unemployment rate, those data have just been revised because they revised the population totals. But what's really important to focus on is the establishment data and the jobs created. There was 143,000 jobs created, which is why the market is looking down on this. But it's not so much the number of jobs, it's that they were all in low-paying or government sectors. So if you look at manufacturing, tiny gains, losses in oil, losses in mining and logging, in motor vehicles and parts when other countries want to buy our oil. And you have President Trump who says he wants to sweep away regulations, have lower electricity prices, have faster permitting to allow those high-paying jobs to come back to the United States. And that's what's important, that American workers have the upward mobility they need through these higher wage jobs.
If the world's richest man, someone with access to more data and economic insights than almost anyone, is alarmed, maybe we should be too. Here's the part they don't want you to see. This isn't an accident. This is a system. Look at the data. Employment levels for foreign-born workers versus native-born workers. The red line, that's immigrants securing jobs. The blue line, that's American citizens. But who benefits from this? The answer is simple: big corporations, politicians, and the government.
Let's talk about the impact that immigration is having on the U.S. economy and the jobs market. The U.S. adding 272,000 jobs in the month of May. Those recent job gains coinciding with a huge pickup that we're seeing in immigration. Now, to put this in perspective, immigrants now make up over 18% of the U.S. workforce. Now, this comes as there has been this battle playing out inside D.C. about how exactly to address immigration issues. In April, the number of encounters at the southern border remained near its highs of 180,000. So let's talk about what this means for the U.S. labor market.
Corporations love cheap labor. The government loves more taxable workers, but the average American left behind. And here's something shocking. The wage gap between immigrants and native-born workers has been narrowing. Why? Because companies are starting to pay lower wages across the board, a race to the bottom. What if this wasn't just happening, but being orchestrated? Let's take a step back.
Americans are being squeezed out of the labor force and their jobs are taken. By the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? 107% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most by millions of people pouring into our country? The black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs from our black population, our Hispanic population, and they're also taking them from unions.
The U.S. borders had been thrown wide open, leading to an aggressive shift in the job market. We've seen these patterns before, but this time it's different, because now it's not just immigration, it's AI, it's automation, it's the end of job security as we know it. And that brings us to a terrifying question. What if mass unemployment isn't a mistake, but a goal?
I'm in El Paso at the U.S. southern border wall, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to illegally enter into the United States. The borders, well, they are wide open. The border wall, there is a grate that has been removed, and the illegal immigrants are easily coming through that grate. It's not secured, but they actually don't even have to go down and cross the Rio Grande River. They can come along the wall right here and enter through this hole in this fence, and boom, you are in the United States. And that is what we saw earlier today when we drove along the freeway. We saw a group of children standing alongside the highway who just illegally entered this way into the United States.
For years, Elon Musk has warned of a future where automation and policy decisions will wipe out jobs, a future where only the ultra-rich and the struggling poor remain. Self-checkout machines replacing cashiers, AI replacing entire departments, robotics eliminating entire industries. The writing is on the wall. And while corporations make record profits, everyday people are left scrambling, struggling to stay afloat. Think this sounds extreme? Look around. It's already happening.
And from one maverick to another, Elon Musk is making news once again, this time for predicting that artificial intelligence could leave everyone unemployed. The billionaire painted a dystopian picture of a future where robots would steal all the jobs. Musk also claimed that jobs would be optional and more like a hobby, leaving people emotionally unhappy. Our report further explains Elon Musk's scary prediction about AI.
So, what can you do? First, share this video. The world needs to see what's happening before it's too late. Second, follow the money. Who is benefiting? Who is making billions while the working class suffers? Third, demand accountability from your leaders, from corporations, from those making decisions that shape the workforce. And finally, listen to Elon Musk. Because when the smartest billionaire in the world sees the problem, maybe we should all start paying attention. The truth is out there, but do you have the courage to face it?
Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the culture wars.